Welcome. Welcome, everybody. It is so nice to see you again. I cannot express how wonderful it is to see you again. A very happy 2021 to all of you. Hello to the people in the chat, Baldy, Edgar Allan Nope, Alex Watson. Great to see you all. And welcome to Season 3 of La Theatre De Phénix, where, if you don't know, I have gathered together the most available talent in theatre and comedy to perform some of the greatest works of literature. I, of course, speak about the Ace Attorney trilogy. Now, Season 3 means we are starting Game 3, which is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. I see what you did there. And we are starting, like most things, we are, like most trilogies, when they hit the third one, and they probably didn't prepare enough lore, we are starting looking forward by looking back to the past in-game universe. I don't want to spoil too much of it. We have a lot of things to do. Please enjoy. Please keep commenting along. I love hearing your thoughts. If this is your first time watching it, I'd love to see what you think of it. I'm just so, you could tell from my demeanor, I'm so excited to be back doing this. And I'm so excited to have these talented people to be wasting their time doing this as well. So, without further ado, let us begin with our first case, Turnabout Memories. Enjoy.
Lovely bit of synth. How did I get into this mess? Why did I do that? Flashback.
That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your business.
I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
It's going to be good news. What do I need to know? Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. I seem to be stuck here. I didn't do it.
5 years earlier. 5 years? Mia Fey, second trial. April 11th, 9:40 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Whew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Who was that? Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Mia, please calm yourself down.
I'm quite calm, actually.
You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. Oh. Sorry, I've gone blank here.
So have I. So
I'm having sorry. This happens.
You've kept your eyes closed for quite a while, sir.
Occasionally, I am struck by these quite acute ocular migraines, and I find that
we all get them. We all get them.
No, it's not just. It's in this particular courtroom. It happens from time to time.
I have been informed that it can be brought on by various dietary variables. I have too much sodium in my diet.
All those ready salted
Well,
crisps. Oh,
What are you talking about? Why are you talking about your diet? Look, I am relaxed, okay? I think you need to relax, Mr. Grossberg, until you have another migraine. Look at me, I am relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
Okay, I'm so sorry, all right? It's just that I'm so nervous today and
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
well, great. Thank you. Thanks very much, Mr. Grossberg. I really appreciate that.
You're more than welcome, my dear.
Is it still freezing?
There's a little delay, yeah. Actually, this is my orange second time in court.
Ah, your orange second time. Well, it's a very flavorsome time indeed. Still, you surprised me, what with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
Yeah, I know. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. I also heard that in court people say orange something most of the time.
We have our foibles here in the court, Miss Mia.
Yeah.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts.
Exactly. Well, actually, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have. I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That is our client.
Which? Oh,
oh, good morning there, everybody.
good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got, and I've got a lot. Yep,
Great.
it'll be fine. No probs. Sorry,
Right. Just stand a little bit away from me. That would be great.
sorry.
And what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Is it?
Close. Actually, it's right in orange, like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. They always say
Right.
like the Orville and the other one. And yes, I have a cold. That's why. That's what the mask is for, and the scarf, and the sweater my mum made me.
Oh.
My doc says it this way. My doc says this way. I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
And I totally agree with that.
Mm.
So right, Mr. Wright. Bet you never heard that one before. You
No.
have nothing to fear in court today.
No spiders.
That is, if you are truly innocent. I promise I will save you.
No, oh, please let go of my shirt.
That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing.
Are you talking to me? Or
The first time shush.
oh, sorry.
The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then. And well, here I am again. But this time, I'll win. For my client. And for myself. You can speak now.
Lovely.
No, we can't. We're moving
no,
on.
wait.
April 11th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant!
number 2.
Oh, it's amazing to be
Right,
back here.
gavel.
Shit's all over courtroom number 1.
Right.
Bloody love justice!
Excuse order. So early on in the proceedings, honestly. Right, the court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, right.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
All right.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
State of this quiz.
The defense today is Miss Maya Fey, was it?
It's Mia. It's Mia.
Oh, like the Mario brothers.
Yes, exactly, Your Honor, yes. Is there a problem?
Well, I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. I like him. What a presence.
Yes. What a presence indeed. Well, you see, just let me think about it for a minute. Well, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you?
Oh, yes, it is. Well,
Come here. You're
yes.
just a rookie. Are you sure you could really handle this?
Well, you see, yes, I think I can. Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Okay. Strike a pose.
Okay.
Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Category is legal realness.
Woo!
Did that do it?
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer.
Ah! Exclamation mark.
Don't worry, little girl. It will be all over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? I lost my accent there for a second. I was so shocked.
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. That's right, Ivy University. Nobody question it? That's the name of the institution. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. That's his name? Nobody question it. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
Doug Swallow. Sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime.
Ah,
Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police.
that certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well, the court accepts the photo into the record as evidence. By the way.
By the way, with Rob and Leo, it's my favorite podcast.
You listen too, do you? Yes, I'm from London myself. I don't know if you could tell from my accent. I can't quite tell the cause of death, whether it's orange from this black and white photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor, and I'm 80% sure I know what that word means. The truth
Glad one of
is
us is.
that this victim died a rather orangely unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question in a sort of tutorial way. I can see I've stunned the defense into silence.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will. I've stunned you into silence again.
I was just taken aback by the phrasing of your sentence and how potentially unprofessional that might be, but we'll let it go. What? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Ah, a perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on! Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
Oh, my hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now,
Oh, my.
I can see them. They're doing soliloquies.
I have risen 4 feet off my stool. Now, see here, the details of the case are filed under the court record in orange, no less. You knew that already, didn't you?
The orange court record.
Yes.
I think I can see that by touching the orange court record button.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the orange court record.
A lot of things have been said. I don't really want to touch anything, but
Take a good look, hard look at the data.
are you okay then?
Think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, sir. I'll do just that.
Be sure that you do.
Huh. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me.
It's my winning smile, isn't it?
The orange court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just touched the court record button here. Oh, wow.
Now then, after that significant pause, would the attorney for the defense please answer the bloody question? What was the orange cause of death?
All right, I'm working on it. Just touch. Okay. Yes, according to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, orange electrocution.
Electrocution? And how could such a thing happen?
Okay, good. More questions.
Did the murderer use some kind of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
Note to self, super powerful stun gun, develop. The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, the orange motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant, like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift level bad blood.
Wow, that's bad.
You mean bad blood?
And they used to be mad love.
Goodness me.
What? I'm sorry. What do you mean? Are we?
No,
talking
that's a
about
Justin
Paul?
Bieber song. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oopsie! I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I'm being condescending, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I
thanks for
shouldn't
that.
be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the Rookie Killer for nothing, you know.
Gavel! Now then, let's hear from the defense, please. And not who was previously the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some orange supporting evidence.
Evidence?
You're a lawyer.
That is a thing, isn't it?
No
Yes.
need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the orange court record.
Yes.
Find the evidence you need, it's in there, and then shove it to old Greybeard's face.
Legends
will.
tell the tale of old Greybeard. He sails amongst the halls of...
He is one of my most prestigious clients. He has much plunder that needs to be repurposed offshore.
Yes, sir. Okay. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, can I have a word with you in the kitchen?
Of course.
Can we just step over to the... Can we just try to set a better bloody example for the young lady?
Mia, orange evidence
What are you doing?
I'm leaving this kitchen, sir. It is a poorly decorated kitchen.
Hey! I'm trying to make some sandwiches. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, Alphonse. I'll have my usual lunch order. Anyway, Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's orange profiles are as well. You can orange toggle between profiles and orange evidence, so be sure to go over it all.
Great. I will. Thank you.
Now then, let's see what you've got.
Show me what you got.
Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah, who is that guy? He's just hanging around with that synth. What is that about?
He's a friend of Alphonse the cook.
Oh,
I think his name's Steve or Gonzo or something. What was the cause of the bad blood and the victim? Steve! No, Gary!
the reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahalia Hawthorne, is it?
9, drunk 12. Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This is called negging.
Why do you keep flicking your...
This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Doug Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. Oh my god, she's got some part to play in this story.
She has some part to play in
I'd
this
have one of
story.
those sandwiches.
I'm trying to make a sandwiches.
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants.
Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
I think somebody got an email. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call... Pause for dramatic effect. Mr. Phoenix Wright!
What? The defendant himself?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. This court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Right, just over here, is it? Here I am.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I'd love to, and I will. Roundabout. Well, no, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to tell you momentarily.
It is building.
Now I'm going to tell you. Yes. My name is Phoenix Wright.
Good.
I'm a Taurus, and my job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. So...
No. He means, what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, sorry. I was a university student. You know.
Hey, I know that
Student
guy.
in a
He lives across the
university.
way from me in Halls.
I live in Berlin Hall.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you were suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swat.
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell ya.
It's almost like you
Really
told me to
innocent.
hold it. And I won't accept
I did.
that.
Hey, I quite like that sentence. I might say it again some point. And I'm telling you, I was... Bloody hell. Has anyone got any tixie legs?
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his code to the rest of us?
Leave it out, mate. The judge is already glitching. It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honour. I'm going to do it right now. Right now. Without a moment's hesitation. Witness testimony, the victim and I.
You don't have to say that bit.
I admit I was there, but I like saying it. But I'm not a killer. I didn't pop this out of my eyes. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that suck-up British wannabe. And I hate the British. You know me.
Wannabe British.
As a proud wherever we are person.
I see. So you hardly knew this victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer.
Ooh, it looks like the judge understands. Wait, did I say that out loud?
You're being naive. You know, too naive. Which of course suggests that there is an optimum level of naive, but I'll leave it there.
3 naive.
Could you, Could you elaborate? He laughs like a freak.
Woohoo! I'm sorry, I did some Mandy before I came in. It seems like you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be...
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Kin Orange.
A nice examination.
Cross-examination?
Oh, I was afraid of this. Oh, God. He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the orange cross-examination.
I promise I've
You were
studied.
afraid
I
of
went
basic
to
legal
law
procedure.
I went to law school. I definitely did.
I know.
We just obviously missed
I
this.
should have seen this coming. The purpose is to determine if a witness testimony contains any orange contradictions.
Right, okay. Wait, orange contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will orange conflict with the court record.
Right, yes, I remember now, yes.
Yes.
But wait, Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see?
Yes. Yes, I know that. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? Oh, God, I really should have paid attention. That there was a lie, an orange contradiction. Oh, God. Where are my notes?
Now then, your angry examination, if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, a person you've just met, would you?
And I hardly knew the guy to begin with, and you know the rest of it. Bloody mask again, and
Hold
all
it.
that stuff.
Hold
Sorry.
it. I say that now. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly know the guy to begin with.
It's a great impression. It's a great impression.
Very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Gary, is it? Thank you.
Hi, yeah, Gary. It's my first day. I played the synth.
Great. Yeah, it's great, Scent. Loving it. Thank you.
That's right. I mean, why would I even, you know?
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Huh?
Oh, Christ.
It's a powerful point.
I'm still pointing at you. You better answer me.
Oh, you are. Sorry. I'm building up to that response.
Okay. Well, I've crossed my arms now. I mean business. Well, Mr. Wright?
Oh, no, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
A killer says what?
A killer says no, he doesn't say I
gavel,
swear, actually. 'Cause I'm
gavel.
sorry.
Gavel, thank you. Mr. Wright, I will give you the opportunity to revise your testimony. That's how you
revise it.
yes. How is it that you knew that the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? I feel like that's a song as well, isn't it?
Well, you got to
Yes.
get with his friends.
Well, right. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back. On the back of, you ask, and I'll tell you, it was on the back of,
Yes.
building up, of his shirt.
Great.
Right.
Objection. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack, since you couldn't even remember whether it was a shirt on or not for ages?
Yeah, no, I am sure. It was right there on his back.
Ms. Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. There it is. Hold it up for you. There you go. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing written on the victim's back. Nothing.
Hey, no, wait a minute. No, he's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? Thanks, Gary. You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing in orange underneath that jacket. Point. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. I'm gonna run over to you right now.
Oh,
Oh my god, I've never seen the like!
Christ, he's been lying. He looks like a right dick.
Oh, Mia, you've made our client cry.
What a mean lady!
Well, boo-hoo, let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright, if that's his real name, was all Wrong.
You're still doing that bit, are you? I mean, that's cool and everything. You can keep doing that bit, but sure, okay.
I feel the P for perjury bit was stronger.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Gary.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination.
Thanks, Payne. What?
Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me! Plot twist!
Oh no!
It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon, I hope you heard my quote marks, the scene of the crime.
Ah, bollocks.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far? Oh.
By the way, with Rob and Leo, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Well, I asked for Tixie Licks earlier, but no one had any, and I took some, but
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Which sounds like a Mortal Kombat character, I know.
yeah, no, that's right. It kills colds good.
It's a bad tagline. It's a bad tagline.
There he is. But hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? I take it even when I don't have a cold.
Wow.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Are they allowed to take drugs in the courtroom?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. That could be in my other bag.
He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? I mean, seriously, are people allowed to take drugs in the courtroom? I
Mr.
don't
Wright,
remember that.
I've been taking my hemorrhoid medication.
shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
I would love it. Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. Surprise reveal!
What's this? In the victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X.
Objection! I did not notice that. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment, so...
Well, look at you bragging about
Objection!
having an apartment. I sleep in a skip on the side of the high street. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belonged to. Especially since Mr. Wright's orange fingerprints were all over it!
Oh no. I knew I shouldn't have gone to morph to that
Oh my
fancy
god, he had
dress.
fingerprints all over the thing!
He's
Oh.
very good at being a
I really
lawyer.
need to look at my notes.
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. The place where everybody hides things. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify the killer as Phoenix Wright.
No.
What's going on here?
Jesus,
What I
fucking
love.
Christ.
Are in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo of bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it's when something mechanical doesn't work anymore.
That never happens to me.
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
I think I do. Just having a little think.
Oh, this is really bad.
Oh, you think that's bad? Oh, my buttocks! My poor hemorrhoids!
Listen, if you want to go and get some cream or something...
I've
you're
got
welcome.
some here in my men's carry-all. It's a fashionable purse-like item that I have for necessary things.
Great, thank you. Good.
I'll tell you what really happened, hyphen. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology depth, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 p.m. behind that building.
This
Or
guy's
maybe
an
am.
absolute idiot.
We talked through, or a bit, and then at around 3 p.m. we split up. Then late, when I went back, I found him lying there. He'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, are you aware of what perjury even is? That is a completely different than the testimony you gave previously.
I'm not sure of a lot of words, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honour. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. So I told a lie.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
And hindly.
Miss Fay,
Somebody's
please
starting a motorbike.
Please begin your angry examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet
You
little
sweet
lies.
little Gary Tune.
I know, right?
Can you play some music? Thank you.
Okay, the truth is I went because he called me. Sorry.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
That's right. Nick Mohammed's character, yeah. And we were both there right on time.
Great.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology depths, correct?
Yeah. He was studying how to manufacture and improve stuff.
Say it.
Improve stuff.
Complete the word. I
You
dare
can say
you.
it.
Complete the word.
I'm just gonna look at the words. Pharmaceuticals.
It's a soft C.
It's a soft C.
You know what? Let's move on. That
Very
was great.
soft
Well
P.
done. Well done, right?
Thank
Mr.
you.
Wright.
Everyone called him the Alchemist of IVU.
Oh, so you could say alchemist.
Alchemist.
I could say alchemist.
Well, that's a hard C, is it? An alchemist. I see.
No, a hard C.
You see? Oh, Lucy.
I've got to admit, hang on. I've got to admit, it was a little suspicious, a little bit. He had a whole laboratory and everything. And I went in there and I was like, this is a bit suspicious, this. And it was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity, not low, high.
Ho, ho!
That's
ho.
2/3 of a Santa.
Fascinating. No, the third ho, you see, you transition into the how. It goes, ho, ho, how. Fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details. Press down here. Okay. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about that pharmacology department.
As long as I don't have to say any of the names.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though, in general as well.
Really?
Get him to name all the alkali metals.
Oh, Christ.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting.
Did he?
I? First time ever.
Shush, Gary, he did. All right, just go with it. You said the department uses strange machines that run on orange high voltage electricity.
When we touch and when we kiss.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes, hang on. Just having a little think.
You said that.
A lot of big words in that sentence. I've got to process.
Trains that run on high voltage. You really made it clear. You specified that it was high voltage.
That's right. And they sure look dangerous.
Yes.
They have flashing lights and dials, and they use non-standard voltages. So there are high voltage cables everywhere.
I bet they
But
are.
you can't move for those cables.
High voltage cables.
When we touch.
Thank you, Gary.
Cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. You couldn't move for these poles as well. And the high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
I would hope they'd be overhead if they were around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Wait, who turned the lights out?
Right, the truth is, I went because he called me, and we walked for a bit, and then around 3, we split up, and then he'd be like, "Oh, do this," and I'm like, "No, I'm doing that," and he'd be taking this cold killer X, and he was being
Hold
a bit sorry.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Ate food. Huh? Oh, what does that have to do with anything? Leftover omelette.
Well, you can never be too sure.
I suppose you're right. Well, after the omelette and a bit of like potato in there and some
Oh, so it was like
red
a Spanish
peppers.
omelet? Nice.
And I always eat with Dolly, just the 2 of us.
They can make it if they try.
Oh.
Just the 2 of us, her and I. And Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest, especially the omelette. How many omelettes? Wow, are magically delicious. Jesus Christ, I'm a magician. Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
I think you've been doing this too
too in sync
long.
with the character. It's dangerous now.
It's finally happened.
Yosh, why did you punch me in the jaw?
Why did you punch him in the jaw?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
My
That's
taste is
super
at the
dark
ready,
as a
Judge.
reason, but
I'm so sorry. I
That's
didn't take my
really-
medication.
you're externalizing
I'm
something here,
angry.
Mia, that I was not expecting you to externalize. You
I'm
should
so
maybe seek
sorry.
professional help in some context
I thought it
outside of
might
the courtroom.
distract you from your piles or whatever you got going on down there.
You've done well to do so.
Right, gavel. No, that's the end of that. I think that's enough for now.
Are you sure? I'm really itching to taste someone.
It's all right, bailiff. So the defendant and the victim met approximately at the time of his death. It's all the right words, not necessarily in the right order. And the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
That's only your opinion.
Wood pigeon.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be Francis here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
Oh, excuse me.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
And I'll tell it to you. It's orange, this mystery, and it's how the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet. Correct?
Well,
Still
that
in
is
development.
who is warm in here? You are correct, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done. Like we're not here to work that out anyway. Maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Your Honor.
Yeah,
Your-
yes, Miss Faye?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
Ah, that would be most impressive.
Yeah, it's just so simple. Just listen to people who are involved, and then the police can do their job.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence!
Huh. Phew. Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that. God, where are my
Really,
notes?
Gavel.
basic stuff.
Gavel, speculative gavel. Right, now then, Miss Faye,
Yes.
let me see what you've got.
Show me
yes.
what you got.
I will.
Show me, in green, if you can manage it, how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
Not in green now. I thought it was orange and green. I gotta make note of that. Okay. Well, as for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What?
Yeah.
There is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here.
Ha! That's where you're wrong.
I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail.
I'm so glad you asked.
Miss Faye, in green again, where exactly in the photo is this murder weapon?
Can
Yes.
you guess, audience?
I think I can.
Where's the murder weapon?
Oh, thanks, Phoenix. Just let me do my job right now. You've done enough damage.
Sorry.
Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's. What is that?
It's an easel. She used it to prop up the photo.
Oh, an easel.
No, not the easel. On the picture here, I've drawn a nice red square around it.
Yes.
I went for square instead of orange. I just thought it was a little bit more. Anyway, a severed orange electrical cable is what you see here, I believe, Your Honor.
Ah, yes, the two genders, square and orange.
Yes. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines the pharmacology students use it in their experiments require high voltage.
Win the touch!
Thank you, Gary. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables in orange strung up everywhere.
Ah, so then the high voltage cable.
Yes, the high voltage cable in orange is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible.
You're a judge.
Yes. Well, Mr. Payne, do you have anything to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Don't call me an old man. I'm 36, which is ancient in the world of Phoenix Wright.
Well, yeah, and you call me a little girl. Do you think little girls have chests like this, huh?
Don't invite me to look. What's the matter with you? Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant! Oh my god, he's right, you know,
Right, he's got a point there. I'm looking for some cables, actually, for my shed.
All right, I'm taking sandwich orders now. What do you want?
Alfonso, not right now. We're coming
Allow,
to...
please. Oh.
BLT, please.
I will
The
have the
court
room.
come to order. Whatever we were talking about before Alfonso came in is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have orange proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
Mr. Payne, do you not think you should have led with that?
Well,
You
hindsight
do-
is
what
2020,
is it?
which isn't that great. It was a shit year.
What is the evidence? What is your proof?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. We haven't seen it enough.
No, we have.
As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. That's the first actual fact that this game series may have presented.
I actually didn't know that, no.
Ah, you mean
Stop pretending like you know what that means. Yes, it was clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand!
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Goodness me, what a theory.
Right, why did
have
you
you got
do
any cheese
that?
and tomato
Bravo,
left?
order! Quiet! All of you talking now, be quiet. That's enough. I think we can conclude there is no reason to continue with this angry examination.
Stick a fork in us, Mia. We're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over,
Talking
Mia.
about that.
It's a weird
I'm
phrase.
no-
Show's over! The show's over!
Quiet down, boys. Quiet down. I'll feed you later. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong.
Once
you
more
and your
with feeling.
hemorrhoids. You're wrong, but you and your stupid hemorrhoids. Don't make me punch you again. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
God damn it, I'll punch you too. Sorry.
Careful.
I'm all right.
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
And I'm prepared to tase a bitch.
Reason they call you Droopy.
I'm right.
Do you have something further to add, Ms. Fay?
Do I? Yes. Ha! Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Is it? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict, and I am going to knock you the fuck out.
I like strawberries. That's something. Oh, but I can't. I just can't say it because it's a big long word. And if I told you that what really happened, then I'd be.
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm calm now. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Ha! Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Gary, I'm calm.
Your hand is in a fist and it's primed for a punch.
Hey, I'm fine.
Gotta be careful. She's got a hell of a rat hook on her.
Yes, she does.
Quiet, Gary.
All right, Miss Fay.
Yes, Phoenix. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you. And I'll represent you to the very end.
Right.
And I'll be there at the end. Trust me.
Objection! We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything!
Wait a minute. Jesus.
Mr. Wright. I've got Mr. Wright over here as well.
You do. Look, I'll tell you what really happened. Just please put Mr. Wright away.
Objection! But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further...
Hang on. I did it. I admit it. I pushed him.
Oh, a full confession. Okay, go on.
It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow.
Oh, I just didn't see this coming. Damn.
Hang on.
That
I've got a
girl.
little presentation so we
You
can
shouldn't
see.
see her anymore.
That's my mate Phil. He's playing Doug. Hey, it's none of your
I'm
business.
telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
He's doing a really good impression. Look, you're lying to me.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Ah!
Well, nice of your friend Philip to fill in there.
I know, it's
He's
a pleasure.
good.
I'm going to get some more work, hopefully. My reel's available.
Fantastic. So, Mr. Wright, what you just said, was that the truth this time? Because this is the
Like a
third version.
representation of the truth. Yes. I was afraid that if I told the truth, well, that you'd all shout at me for one thing, and that everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Okay,
I've
I'm
got
turning on
bad
this
news.
guy. Somebody punch
I've
him.
got bad news for you, buddy. As things currently stand, we are all absolutely convinced that you're the murderer.
No, really? Oh no! I thought I was getting away. Please. Oh bloody much! Please give me one more chance to explain. I know I've had a few, but give me one more. This time,
You had a
I
few drinks.
swear,
Is that...
I've had a few
Listen,
drinks,
we've
and
all
I
had
swear I'll
few.
tell the whole truth. Look, it'll be okay. It's coming to me. It's a big word, this. It'll be okay, won't it? God, it's a big word. Miss Faye, I believe in you.
Oh. Wow. No one's really said that to me before. Thank you.
It's probably because
Right.
you have half bangs. It's not a good look.
I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
I still can't believe you go with that hairstyle. It only works on Gabrielle.
Ugh.
Hey,
It feels
let me
like
have some milk,
my
Gary.
hemorrhoids are doing
Don't
the
get me started on
Harlem
your hair.
Shake.
I'm sorry, could you say that again, mate?
I said I feel like my hemorrhoids
Oh
are
my
doing the
God.
Harlem Shake.
Okay, boomer.
That's what I do. I boom.
When I pushed the victim, part one, that guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. So I pushed him. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. Yes, I did. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just laying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. Make sure to like and subscribe, smash that like button, hit the bell to get updates.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. A light rain, not a heavy rain. Heavy Rain is a very bad game on the PlayStation 5 made by a pervert.
Objection! It is an excellent example of interactive storytelling.
Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. And don't excuse David Cage for being a perv.
I believe in separating the art and the artiste.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electric cables nearby. They were far away. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed that, and I'm an idiot.
That is true. He is an idiot.
That is true. Even a doof.
I think
That's right. Even a do. Even a do.
Well, Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your angry examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. 100%. Don't give up, Mia. Mia. God damn it. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it.
When I pushed the victim, I lost my temper, gave him a cup, and then at that moment,
Yes.
it all went.
Hold it. Easy, hold it. All right. A loud noise, you say?
Yeah.
And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
Could have been anything. I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It could have been like an elephant screaming.
That's
And it
really
was-
specific.
And it was like snap, you know? Like, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. I mean, the only thing I can think of is elephant.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Is that what it sounds like? An elephant screaming? That's.
Mm.
Hey, you! You're not qualified to decide that. Objection.
Well, I'll have you know that I've read several books by pickup artists.
What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here.
Just like the victim.
Ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that orange loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was.
Okay, I'll have a remember.
Never remember. Yeah, that's a good idea.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack,
Right.
you know? Could it have been?
Yes. Could it have been? You keep hesitating in every sentence this whole time. Can you just tell us?
I know, I'm just having a big think.
Oh,
God, it's really.
you want to take a seat while you do that?
Like when I pushed him, he dropped the orange umbrella he was holding.
Ella.
Aye. He fell right on top of it, and I laughed because it was a bit funny, and then it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. Snapping umbrella.
An umbrella. Huh? And did that umbrella belong to him?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to there. It was a
Again,
plastic
double
umbrella.
You. We're all talking to you, Phoenix.
Oh, sorry now. Here we go. I just phased out. It was a plastic umbrella, and we all know you don't want cheap and frail ones, and that was cheap and frail. The kind it was like the owner. Jesus
Bad
Christ.
time to
what
make
am
a joke.
I doing? Then again,
Bad time to make a joke.
I wish I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Got it all over my scarf.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well, yes. Yeah, that's it, Mia. Come on. Mia. Oh, God. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Point.
Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
Flimsy. I could take you.
I believe her. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella into your testimony.
Okie doke. Just got to think about the testimony. What I'm going to say, how I'm going to phrase it. After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. There we go.
Objection! Quickly! Hang on. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Good question.
Yeah.
And I'll answer it now.
Great.
Come on. If I had mentioned that, then, you know.
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier if you'd done that.
What?
That's right.
What do you mean by that? I'm Winston Payne!
Payne, are you okay?
Whoa!
Something in your throat.
I'm fine. My voice changes when I'm outraged by the legal system.
You're under stress, I understand.
Just say no, kids, you know? Take another look at the crime scene photo. Go on, look at it. Again.
I'm looking.
Good, thank you. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you look closely...
Which I am doing.
Get closer. Closer.
Yeah, okay. Closer. Closer, yes. How close do I have to look?
I'm going to tell you any minute now. Just look real close. I want you to find it first.
I feel like there's a pop shield in my mouth right now.
Just try and find it yourself. I don't want to patronize you. All right, I'll tell you. The umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Duh.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Thank you. That was a little fun game.
I'm absolutely right too.
Enjoyed myself.
Yes, right. That is your name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're all just having a little think here, just having a little reminisce.
Thinking about umbrellas and the
Yeah.
ones we know.
Thinking about the fact that the umbrella was nowhere near. And let me continue. Thank you very much. After the defendant left, the victim Orange moved from where he fell. In other words, dramatic pause. After he was pushed by the defendant, thank you, Gary, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
What I'm here for? No!
Oh, that thing in your voice.
Is that sandwich man still here?
Gavel, gavel, gavel. Order, 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 the victim. He moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo. Where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the scene of the crime.
Why is it not here? I want to present it as evidence immediately. Oh, that was quick. Thank you.
There you go. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Oh,
No,
your
you
voice has
can't.
come back. Interesting.
Sorry, I had a frog in my throat.
Okay, according to the testimony, the victim fell orange on top of the umbrella.
Okay, so the
Sort of.
victim's confirmed as a top.
Careful, Pain.
Just want to clear that up, that he definitely said he fell on top of the umbrella.
Not below the umbrella.
Not below, not beside.
Not beside. No.
It's a nice little solo from Gary there.
Yeah, it's great. I
Thank you
think we
very
should
much.
all enjoy. This music's great, Gary. You should come back and do this more often. This your first day, you said?
Yeah, well, first day.
What did happen to Steve?
Oh, he died.
Oh, I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah.
Wasn't a murder, was it?
No.
I appreciate.
Grr, grr, grr.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial.
We were all enjoying it just then for a while. So.
Yeah, but it does seem trivial, doesn't it? But as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment. What is this now?
Whoa, did he
Pen,
just...
you know you're not fired, yes? You've just lost the case.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to.
However, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Just gonna add that testimony to the record.
Well done, Mia. As I hoped, he's finally
What's
had
he
a
laughing
psychotic
at?
break.
Sorry, I've just done a couple of balloons.
Mr. Bain, what are you about?
Well, it's a couple of balloons. Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think
Wait,
I
how
could
much are you being
establish
paid?
guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Nobody
If I'm
does,
honest.
even the first episode of season 3. It's probably why we don't have a lot of repeat viewing.
Or follows. That's what they call them, isn't it, Mr. Payne?
Yes, well,
Dot, dot, dot. Let me guess. You have another orange witness.
exactly. And this
Yeah,
witness's
yeah.
testimony will be orangely incontrovertible. There's a long word for you, Mr. Wright.
Try
I
saying
didn't have to
that.
say that.
Well, who witness?
Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh my God, it's such a revelation.
Christ. I was waiting on that fucking sandwich.
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that?
Don't call her Shirley.
I was about to say the same thing. Thank you, Gary.
Well,
Well-
I don't know about any of you lot, but I need a stiff drink after this. It's a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a Gary. Hard. 20 minutes.
Oh my God, the judge is glitching out. We should
The
take a
judge all right?
recess. Yeah.
I think we definitely need that recess.
Yes, and I definitely need that drink. Afterwards, we'll listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah, somebody look after the judge.
Gavel.
And that is where we will take our break. We will see you in but 5 to 10, soft 5, hard 10-minute interval. And we'll see you in a little bit. All right. Enjoy your interval. Welcome back, everybody. So a lot has happened in this flashback case. Mia Fey, we get to see her as a real, alive lawyer, and a lot has happened. Phoenix is still on the stand, but the surprise witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, is about to take the stand. So let's see how things transpire in the second half of Turnabout Memories. Enjoy. April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Miss Fay, I'm sorry about what happened back there. Oh.
All right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. So, I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Because I am
Relax,
knackered.
my boy! You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
Don't call him Shirley.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
Why do you think that?
Huh? Oh, sorry. What do you mean? She's the love of my orange life. That's why.
The love of your life? Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sorry. I didn't mean
No,
to-
you got that right. Sure, no problem. I'd love to. Here we go. Get Phil back, and we do our right. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very
I
courthouse.
don't want to wear the wig for this, mate.
Oh, please, Phil. And here's the umbrella. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer, on the side. I really want to be a taxi driver. But one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. And that's why I really think it was orange fate that brought us together. We both love reading. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. I like showing off.
Oh,
She gave this to me on the day we met as a symbol of our orange love. There you go, you can see I'm wearing it here. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present. I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly.
All right, CSI KFC.
thing or?
Lots of different liquids, really.
Oh, it certainly is a little bottle, all right.
Very tiny. It's like smaller than a Yakult. It makes me so happy. I'll show it to everyone I meet. Hey guys, behind me, the guards, do you want to see my little bottle? It's smaller than a Yakult.
It's also smaller than an Actimel.
Yeah, it is. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. So I'm going to show the little bottle to everyone. There you go, you can borrow it.
Okay, anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne, I don't know why I can't say her name, started dating.
Same surname as the guy who wrote A Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Like the guy who wrote the Charlotte Letter. Charlotte? The Charlotte Letter, that's the one. Not the Scarlet Letter, but the Charlotte one. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Hello. And also, please give it back now. But I don't.
You have certainly one very strange relationship, but also what a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
I know, innit?
By the way, Mr. Wright,
Yeah?
the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago,
Right here in the courthouse.
yeah, it wouldn't have happened to have been on August 27th, would it?
Fuck knows.
What, the last day of the Edinburgh Fringe?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But how did you...
This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse.
What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that.
It's a newspaper clipping.
Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe that there is some sort of relationship between these two cases. Am I correct?
Well, I hope you don't mind, Mr. Rothberg. I need to finish this myself.
Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear.
His tongue's
Don't worry,
failing him.
I find words
I'll
difficult
go,
also.
I'll go and have a look
Wait a
at the
sec.
downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Don't go to the upstairs one.
Thank you.
No, I can't get up the stairs.
Welcome to the upstairs reading room. We specialize in magazines.
Don't taunt me, William. I haven't been up there in 10 years. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia.
So
I don't
you
know why
don't
you-
want any
Well,
magazines?
Mr. Rothberg, I don't know what you're laughing
Well,
at.
it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving.
Don't watch your damn magazines, William.
I guess so. I guess no one wants his damn magazines. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though.
Yeah, because I needed a piss. There will now be a 5-second intermission. The intermission is over. April 11th, 1213 Pum District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, I really enjoyed that sandwich. My BLT was gorgeous. Granary.
Right, gavel, court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
Aww.
What's with this stiff silence? Stiff silence.
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses.
Oh, he's going for the BAFTA. All right, everyone, strap in.
It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
God, give me a break. I can't believe he actually said that.
Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them down to size. While
Shut up,
you were
Payne.
studying law, I studied the blade.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
What is
But-
going on?
Far more real than Payne's sword, I tell you.
Okay, I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Thank you for calming my nerves.
Please, give
You
me-
are all so nice. Me and my butterflies feel almost right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now. What is your full name and occupation?
My name is Talia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine. That's why you call me your honor.
Meet me outside. How about that?
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Am I right, Gary? Gary?
Yeah, it's a 5 at best.
Sir?
Is there something I can help you with? Do you want money? Findom? Is this what this is?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
I'm sorry, you called him what? Yes, well, I can see why you would say everything about that sentence except the nickname.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right.
If I was going to come up with a nickname for someone called Phoenix, it would be like Nick or...
How are you getting into my inner monologue? Can you hear me? Nope. Okay, that was weird. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Fofo. Anyway, this is the gavel I will bash the defendants with. Now, please proceed with your testimony.
You were looking at me. That's surely illegal. Is there someone that...
I am the law. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Tier 3 simp?
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, that's right, that perfect angel. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. I have several poetry pieces that I can read, but nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth.
But I would never.
Hold it. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, laugh it up.
Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted? I'll be in my bunk.
Yes. We've met before. Once.
Gavel, I rather something in the back of my head is telling me that should mean that you recuse yourself, Miss Fey. But you know what? Never mind. Let's just move on with the case. The floor is yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam Fey! She runs a brothel. Prosecutor!
Shut up, Payne. Madam, I'm no one's grandma yet, girly.
For viewers, in this canon, Mia is currently 24 years old.
Hold it. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Beanie never did a thing to Dougie.
I press her for no good reason. I just know the judge will get angry with me. God, he's such a pain in the ass. So what should I do about her testimony just now? Show a contradiction. Okay. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never.
Please.
The objection, Miss Fay! I will not allow you to badger this witness!
But I
believe that the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That's right. You want them fish, and you can't get it because we took back control.
You need to cut back on that crack, Payne.
That is, she has no supporting... just give me a second. I'll think of something.
God damn.
Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Don't make me point, Payne.
Don't point at me.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The orange defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. Slam. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. So what are you chatting about, girl?
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honour. I will. And if you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
Objection. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't really see any problem with it.
Actually, I don't either.
Well then, what are you making a fuss for?
That's a good question.
Think before you speak, young lady.
Looks like you missed the mark on that one, Mia. Let me look through it again. Probably something in this. Gotta be
Didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear any noise either.
Objection! Ha! You say you didn't hear any noise. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
Aw, that's nice. But I find that just a little too odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix, right? And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud orange noise.
He said that.
Yeah. Slam, if you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear the noise as well?
Objection! Well, I don't think that the defense was ready for this jelly, and maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Objection! But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise. He initially said like an elephant screaming, which was bizarre, but then he said it was like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
Ah!
You're right, you know.
Nice, that made an impression on me.
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means, have a moment to answer.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. I think it might have been all the butterflies, but no. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, new AirPods, and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
Well, yeah, the rain was just beginning to let up. But it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet.
It's a weirdly pretentious thing, but I'll allow it.
She is a literature student.
So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Oh, she is a literature student.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Very, very frightening.
Thanks, Carrot.
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out, and they're really good. They have a really high volume, so...
Well, Your Honor, the defense still hasn't
down?
answered the ready for jelly question. As you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a second, Mia. That testimony just now. Orange said something that could totally change the whole case. Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was orange lightning, correct?
That would be scary. And what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
I don't know, we might need a court expert, to be honest. And now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fame. I'm simping over a young girl.
Yes, I know you are, Your Honor. And I hate to intrude, but since the cause of death was electrocution... Point! Isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of orange lightning?
Ah! Oh my god, she's right, you know. Lightning.
So there'd be no murders? Oh, I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
He was Welsh for the first half of that sentence. You all heard it.
No, I wasn't.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
Don't check his browser history.
I won't. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. Orange. I hope you heard those inverted comments. Anyway, I got bored of that sentence myself while I was saying it. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray orange bolt.
Oh my god, she's right, you know. Stray bolt.
I'm part of that cult.
Gavel.
Picking up.
No, it appears that the defense may be onto something.
Why am I the only person talking in these?
I don't know why you're talking. You know that's why I hit the gavel, yes? Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that.
No objection!
What? What are you doing with that?
He's on the come down, Mia. Just let him do it.
I'm heard. Sorry, I just came back from CD Sonics. I'm heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Ms. Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were originally no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitively linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
Not. Try again. And who is this affidavit from?
Bless you. The pharmacology
Affidavit.
students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
I'm about 3 more drinks away from that, but sure. All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage. Danger! Danger! Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable.
How drunk are you?
The power outage occurred at exactly 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the outer PC report.
Bless you. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. Oh my God, he's right.
I'm back from getting my sandwiches.
Bloody hell, he's gone and stitched it right up.
According to the students, the cables were very old. And in this universe, very old means 40 years old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
To be fair, 40 years is quite old for an electrical cable. I see.
Apparently, the cables have become so brittle that even the smallest Mr. Bump by Roger Hargreaves would have caused them to break.
Those books are small. I'll just add the testimony to the court record. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been orangely broken by any small book by Roger Hargreaves, then it wouldn't have snapped orangely if it had been bumped into. Sorry. Yes, no, that is correct. That's what I am saying. It wouldn't have snapped orangely.
Well, I suppose you could half-assedly say that.
Oh, I see. One moment I'm going for the BAFTA, the other moment I'm being half-assed. Well, Miss Faye, let's pass the focus back to you, shall we? Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Oh, Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. Thank you, Gary, for the music.
What may for?
Please, it's the court. The defense would like to state its opinion.
I mean, gavel, for a start, and then let's hear it.
Okay, it's coming...
Who? Hang on. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? In green, remember? That's how we do this bit.
Yes, I'm so glad you asked because, Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
Yes, he said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. And I know I keep going on about it, but now this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds about Phoenix right. Wait, are you saying that...
It's a 4 out of 10 at best.
I've upset the theatrical director.
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 pum, which fits right in Mr. Ride's timeline.
Swinging a
Yes,
miss,
very
Faye.
good.
Was that it? No?
I enjoyed it.
Thank you. In other words, it was Mr. Right's shove that caused the power outage.
Oh, goodness
Oh
me.
my God, you're right. Is anyone going to respond to me?
Yes!
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
Objection! I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
Why am I not surprised? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, take a good look at where the orange victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed. It was the impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted, yes?
Yes. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no.
You need to be more
It
decisive
doesn't
on
make
this.
sense at all. Yes, if the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here.
Yeah!
Damn. Shut up, Payne. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Point.
Oh my God, that's right. Someone other than the victim.
Yeah.
He's pointing now.
Gavel! Order! Order in the court.
Feel like I'm talking to myself.
I'm here as well, Willem.
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's a bit pretentious.
Shut up, Gary.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way that the defendant could have done it.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation.
Madam again.
She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What?
What the? Oh, I swear I'm gonna knock you out as well.
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Better not work.
Gavel! Of course it's all right.
Oh, for
Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
this is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. Because she's not a natural red, that's for sure.
The truth is, Beanie pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and then tried to run away. This is the first we're hearing this?
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. Information I definitely already knew.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem now, you are.
No, I was sort of against punching her, Mia, but I think now.
I think so too, Gary.
Gavel! Nobody will be punching her. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your angry examination.
Okay. Here we go. This. Okay, yeah. Yeah, God, even reading her words is annoying. Objection! That's enough, witness. Enough, stop talking. I said enough.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I just said, listen, you will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Take a
I
good
don't
hard look.
have my glasses with me.
Come on,
But,
look closely. I'll hold it for you. Here, nice and close.
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. He usually likes Tixie Licks, but yeah, he does like that.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the orange wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05, pum.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay, because apparently I, as a character, can't do some basic maths.
Oh, right. My point is, what time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Ow!
That's right. Walked right into my trap, Payne. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during this 10 minutes interval? Point. Thanks, Gary. The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real orange murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Oh my God, she's
My
right.
God.
There's a whole gap in there.
And
Right,
she's
Gavel.
bloody done it again.
Order! Order in the court!
Objection! This
No,
is
you can't object to my order!
this is nonsense. Nonsense. Stop the count. The real murderer. She can't even
Oh,
speak.
dear.
She's so stunned.
She's so quiet. If only there was some way to restore noise to her larynx, to her vocal cords.
I'm back on. Sorry.
There she is.
So sorry. I got a frog in my throat. Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Objection. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
Ha! Well, there's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow.
Don't flick your half bangs at me. Dreams can't come true.
That's it. Enjoy it now, Payne. Because only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer. Point.
Gavel, Miss Fay. Is the defense ready to indict someone as this orange real killer?
You bet your ass it they are.
I thought you were going to say it was me for a second.
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
You know, you gotta strike while the iron's hot, you know?
Thanks, Drew. Yes, Your Honor. We, all one of me, are ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be orangely penalized.
It's easy for you to say.
Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Gavel! Now then, Miss Fay, in orange. No, in green. Let's have it. Who is the real green killer?
Take that. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Objection! The defense is grasping at straws, and those are my straws. I won't let anyone else have them.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Ms. Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought?
I was listening to a podcast, and I find it hard to believe that you didn't.
Hey,
That's not your line.
Hey, honey, hey. The queen is speaking now, all right? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Oh my god. All tea, all shade.
Gavel, order. Right, I'm tired of this. Miss Faye.
Yes.
What? I mean, why?
Slam, Your Honor. Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. I believe you. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you, in capital letters, who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands.
How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
Boo, you wretched harridan.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious
Hold it.
charge. Oh, you just said that to me?
Your Honour, fucking mask, please. I have something I want to say.
Can't. What is it?
Please, strike everything the defence said just now from the record. Get the pencil, tip it the other way,
does not
just
understand
rub it
law.
out. I'm sure you can do it.
What the? Are you daft? Like, what's
Yes,
wrong
I
with
am.
you? Who let you in here?
Daft in love, and you're totally wrong, Miss Faye.
Oh my god.
Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
She was just ratting you out.
This guy's a sim.
Christ, is a man.
It.
All right, go sit back down.
You heard
I'm
the
just
two
getting
words that the
excited.
judge said.
I'm gonna get off my seat.
All right, it's time for you to move along. Get out of here now.
Oh, I'm not gonna go back.
All
Ah!
right. Don't make me take you.
Shit! Leave my dolly alone. Shit! Oh, bloody hell!
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
I'm way over my head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
Indeed,
I'm so glad.
I have quietened my profound rectal discomfort, and it seems I've arrived back just in the nick of time.
God, I was really hoping you'd give me an update on that.
I
Thank you.
found the police report on the incident in the newspaper clipping.
Oh, thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it.
Yep.
It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Also, think about the number of chairs he ruined.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious.
The judge is glitching again.
on-
He's made a very serious accusation, so much that the judge is in 56K.
Such a serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this accusation?
Well, really, Your Honor, that is, yeah.
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
You have a voice like a warm bath. Of course you can. Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand, as you could see from my quiff that will stay with me for years to come. That is a... go right ahead.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Punch her, Mia.
Hold tight, Gary. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
Love is an extravagant term for someone who's college age. The objection! I told you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try and frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
Oh, I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. "8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement of cafeteria of this building."
Hey, I was making sandwiches. You leave me alone.
Just stand aside, please, for a moment. I need the kitchen. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony about
The events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The objection! What could that possibly have to do with this case?
Objection! The two can play at that game. The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The defense's request. Young lady, for just a bit longer.
Young lady for just a bit longer. You heard him.
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Have you thought about wearing a corset to court? It might be a good vibe.
Well, I really can't talk about this right now, Gary. I'm in the middle of defeating my purest enemy.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey. We literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
It really is.
Imagine that.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court.
Yeah, you
and
heard
of my
him.
gavel.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
I said, shut up.
Oh, I heard that. Sorry.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Bloody hell.
That's a cancelling.
Obviously, you remember the story that I told you about how we met.
Hold it, wait, hold it. The courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. No one ever meets in the reading room.
That's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
It's the only realistic thing this game series has presented.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. You don't read. Oh yeah, you're a literature student, just remember. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
Objection! The line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Exactly. The judge is stunned into silence.
Wow.
Exactly. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case...
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. Now keep pressing. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well, young lady. I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
What happened to your voice?
If it pleases your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come down to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Objection! Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
Objection! What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here, in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy? Judge is stunned into silence.
Do you mean incident in which the attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes. The sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
There's a special circle in hell for people who tear down other women.
She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Oh my god, I can't believe it!
Oh, changing, isn't it?
Gavel, order! Order! It's unbelievable!
Objection, Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness in an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me, go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see. Yes, I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now, I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Leo. Oh, It really lit a fire in my heart. And my buttocks.
Oh, wow.
I can hardly tell which is more inflamed. My spirit? I'll repeat that sentence for you. I can
Hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad I'm doing a good job, sir.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left the seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So, you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. I'd probably try Boots or something, and I don't think they have it there.
They don't have it at Boots, you're right. So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. Here it is. Here's my sleeve, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Ah! What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha! You're glowing with true lawyer's aura, my dear. The proud posture and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing.
Objection. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab?
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. I'm glad you're keeping up at last. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
That's a hard word, I know. His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You.
Oh my God, she's right, you know.
I think she's got something.
Gavel, order. Could it be?
Objection! There's nothing beyond.
Sorry, may I say something, Madam Faye?
Ha! You're old!
Keep calling me Madam Faye. What is it, Miss Hawthorne? What is it? What do you want?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct?
Yeah, I just said that.
In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that is true. Or 2 teaspoons you're holding very carefully.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
Right. They even mentioned that in the report. If only there was something small, bottle-shaped. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, then I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good with that.
You're a lawyer.
Proof?
Gavel, provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fay. You are a lawyer.
Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
Oh, the police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the orange container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. Maybe there was a little.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where in green is the green container the green poison was carried in? What happened to it, Greenlee?
Take that! You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone in orange that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
Objection! So the defendant was the witness's accomplice?
Of course not. Don't be stupid. She gave the poison to him disguised as a orange present.
You mean a tense of the English language?
What? But that's...
That is a charming little necklace. I do
Smaller
like
than a
it.
Yakult.
Is this a little bottle smaller than a Yakult? It's really quite cute. What about it? What does this mean, Miss Fay? Because I can't work it out yet.
Let me help you. The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th. The very same day as the poisoning incident. Have a little flashback. Phoenix, do you want to play you and do you want to get your friend to play Dahlia?
Hey, go on, I'll get for Phil.
Oh no, don't make me put the wig on again.
The wig.
Do it, Phil.
Fine.
Thank you. Okay, ready?
Big break.
All right. Okay, and action. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client an orange present.
Oh, I have this present.
Oh, thank you.
All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that may give her away.
This is a lovely present.
Thanks, guys.
What? Were you saying there was a deadly poison in that little Yakult smaller than a Yakult bottle?
Clam. No, there is no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
Oh my god, I can't
It
believe
is
this.
right, you know.
Gavel!
I really thought you were shitting on it.
Order! Order in the court!
Objection! On behalf of Dolly, I orangely object.
There's a tier 3 simp right here.
Oh, Phoenix.
Mr. Wright, control yourself!
I can't. And I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Well, I decided to stand up.
You're right. Why?
It's a very
Why not?
pertinent question.
Why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why?
Here we go. He's going for the BAFTA.
Because I'm madly in love with her.
Oh,
dear.
love is sweet, isn't it?
That's a bit pathetic from him.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
A long
Long
time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this?
I haven't thought about a lot, to be honest.
Does not surprise me. Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Jesus.
You're a 4, a drunk 6 at best.
That was
well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too.
Mr. Wright. Please open your eyes. Take that mask away from your eyes and leave it on your face. Where it belongs. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you.
But will she
No.
in the future?
No, Phoenix. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace? Sometimes an anklet as well.
God, poor, bless you, Phoenix. Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Remember. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. So
What a
romantic.
strange girl. Asking for a present back like that.
Well remembered. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime.
Nice word.
I just learned it this morning. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. Even
I
those
did.
guards. by
I
the
did.
door. That's why she...
I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Christ, that
every
man's
moment,
pathetic.
Bert
Who's
wrote.
he? I'm running away!
Is you alright? I got him.
Piss off!
Mia, are you all right?
Yes, I think so. What happened?
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
Well, it looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be brought back here soon.
My super taser never misses.
He got me!
Thank goodness. Oh no! Wait, did he
What?
punch me? Did he get me in the face?
What is
Look
it?
at the mirror. The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Is my face okay? Is my face fine?
I mean, I would not care to comment. I do not know much about
I
the
don't know
way.
mirror. He hit me in the face.
I mean, you're looking a tad asymmetrical, I must say, slightly swollen, but nonetheless, foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in a court of law.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Are you okay again, Mr. Payne?
I'm fine. Sweating buckets, though.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm calm. Just give me back the necklace.
You've already got one.
No.
I ate it.
You what?
I'm such a wally.
You ate it?
If you're hungry, just get a sandwich from the kitchen. They've got loads.
You ate ages for that BLT. It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew into it like little bits first. But I got shards of stuff in my gums. Oh, bloody hell, it hurts.
What?
What is he doing now?
Doing a handstand. Look at me, everyone. I'm doing a handstand.
Oh my God! I've seen bad breakups, but this is unbelievable.
Am I impressing you, Dahlia?
Hold
Dolly.
it! All right, enough. All right, Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. We need to get this man to a doctor immediately. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
Oh, bollocks.
Objection! It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle orangely did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
Well, first of all, listen to my voice. And secondly, I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. For the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. All tea, all shade. Boom!
So it would seem.
Objection. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Oh my God. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
Or there wasn't 2 teaspoons left.
Also a good point.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see you place this much faith in Mr. Wright.
Oh.
But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
Gavel! That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
I mean, this may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand.
This coming from the
But
guy.
in a court of law, orange evidence is everything.
Oh, bloody evidence! Even though I've proven so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Gavel again. Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the... Oh, no.
Mr. Wright.
I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It's totally slipped my mind. Like a lot of things. I'm really, really sorry. I cannot stress that enough.
Just come out with it.
I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you bloody down.
It sounds like a YouTube apology.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say?
There's a little tiny thing I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. Remember that? Anyway, I can remember it. Phil?
That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your bloody business.
I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some orange poison from our lab.
Poison? Orange?
The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief.
Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Push. That's when I pushed him. Push. Thanks, Phil.
Philip, I am going to hand your reel on to Guy Ritchie, honestly.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'd appreciate that. Like, I could put my Spotlight link down for anyone.
No, don't bother with that.
Sorry, Phoenix, is it true? Did he... I feel like this is something that it's quite important for it to slip your mind and then you remember it at this point.
That's ridiculous.
There's... Would you believe it? There's one more thing.
Is there?
Oh,
yeah, sorry. After I pushed him that day, I'm really sorry, everyone. I got worried and came back to have a look. Just a little peek. But Phil, come back. And she was there. Dolly was right there. That Phil's representing Dolly right now. She was crouched down next to him.
what?
Crouched down next to him. And she told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... Oh, I'm sorry, Dolly.
Objection! Your Honor, this is... The defendant is...
Miss Faye, you tell him. Go on. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent.
The Dahlia stole the poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne
It's the hemorrhoids.
stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone.
Miss Faye.
Gavel, if you are so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. You guess what's coming?
Oh, Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There is orange something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Ah! Take that! There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. That person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yeah? What? Oh, what? But me?
Objection! That's preposterous! That's inconceivable! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, Not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix.
Bloody hell.
There's no one else that it could be.
How could that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were madly in love. That is the adverb he used.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him.
This is killing me.
Hang in there, buddy. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne was truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? Why not just steal the necklace back?
Well, that's what psychopaths do. 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No. No, it can't be.
It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure.
It didn't taste very nice.
No, I imagine not. Phoenix, people don't eat metal. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. You gave me a correct answer. Well done. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true!
This guy's a tier 3 simp if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything?
Christ.
I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne!
It appears that this trial will be coming to an end soon.
Thank God.
That's getting late.
Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say.
You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your snivelling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. He thought it was a Yakult.
I did.
Oh, yes, well,
Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Who are you and what have you done with
You're
Dahlia?
really that shocked? Are you? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? Yeah?
Ah,
With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
but You're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Whoa, who are you calling a nasty old hag?
Sorry.
I will knock you and your butterflies. I can't let her get away with this time. I'll punch every single one of those little flying rats.
Stop, Mia.
What? Yes,
If you
okay.
keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the orange ultimate price as a lawyer.
Please detail the ultimate price.
Ugh. I'm afraid to ask. The ultimate price?
Judge?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
You're off the case. Turn in your badge.
No.
You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Fay. Or should I say, Miss Grey?
Oh, snap.
No, she.
Gavel! Well, Miss Fay,
Yes.
can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
I mess up here. My career as a lawyer is over. To be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I really hate her. I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder and call me Miss Grey. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible. You can't possibly. It's impossible.
Stupid woman.
Oh,
Gavel! It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one? Phoenix, quick, eat these prunes. Eat the prunes quickly.
All right, all right.
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up and coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Ms. Fay, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Ha! Take that! Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Boom.
Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been orange poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony.
But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. That's what I said.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Objection! Now you're really grasping at straws, and those are my straws! You can't have them! After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mrs. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
It's a great impression.
Thank you.
8 months ago?
Yes. She disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. How'd you like them straws?
Oh my god.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
Oh, come on now. Everyone, surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
Objection. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say?
I'm quite full up, to be honest. I had a big meal.
If I'm just a filthy, stinking, gray old liar, then there's no need to worry, right? So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Take the drugs.
Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey?
Butterflies just set alight.
Whoa! How do you do that? That's terrifying.
That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours.
For the time being?
Well, I have a very long memory, you know? You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it.
Uh,
Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Bye.
What? She's going to hang out with the Blue Mat group.
oh. Wow. It's finally all over.
Objection! I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
No, but even so, your witness burned some butterflies alive in front of us and then accepted the story.
It was really.
I don't care! I'm Winston goddamn Payne! And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
There. It's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
That's right, you did say that. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, Orangeley, right?
You see, yes.
Objection. And here comes the back. Pedal, back pedal. That exclamation mark and that L together is very confusing. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much orange trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
Yeah. Yeah, my hair! It's flying off, my beautiful hair! No!
How bizarre.
That was strange. Gary, can we have some music? Thanks. That was weird.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest, my beautiful hair.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something very suspicious about her from the very beginning. Everyone heard me say it.
Oh, don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fay,
Yes, Your Honor.
you said earlier that you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne knew each other, and I made a comment that you should recuse yourself.
Your Honor, how we knew each other had nothing to do with this case. It's totally fine.
Very well, I will take that on your word and not investigate that at all.
Thank
Miss Payne?
This can't be
Payne,
happening.
sorry?
It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter, because I'm such an old man.
It appears that Mr. Payne has lost his spirit and his mind along with his hair.
That's fair.
Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. Why? Dear darling. Achoo!
Gavel, very well then. Very well. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this blasted trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yes, I love not guilty.
Oh,
verdicts.
my party
Let me
popper.
just get the guy.
Where's the sandwiches for the
I,
party?
I'm still waiting on my one from 2 hours ago.
This court is adjourned. Give me my sandwich.
How come he gets his sandwich now?
April 11th, 316 Pum, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
Oh, during the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius, punishing the poor people of Pompeii.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them? Yeah, maybe just a bit.
Carry on talking about us.
I will, of course, continue to talk about you, Gregory, and you too, William. That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is what we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of. Perhaps it is we, the veteran lawyers, have lost sight of this.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations.
Thanks. You know, I was thinking, which I really do.
Oh, careful. Sit down.
All right.
Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, you know, with the fire butterflies, I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, it could have been Phil in disguise. I mean, the dolly I know would never have said those kind of terrible things.
I was standing next to you the entire time.
Oh, Christ, he was. Maybe, but maybe she was like, I don't know, like a fake or something. Maybe it was you, Phil, I don't know.
I was standing next to you.
Poor kid still hasn't got a clue. I didn't take you for a conspiracy theorist there. Look, listen, you need to forget all about her, Mr. Wright. You're too good for her.
Yeah, you're right, I am. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try and grow up a little bit.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up.
Typical uni student.
I've got the most conkers on the string.
Oh, what kind of company must this guy keep?
Squirrels. And right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department.
Classic goldsmith snob.
Well, yeah, I guess I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And, you know, if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. We used to go to the Hobgoblin in New Cross together.
I see.
Say, Miss Fay, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Is that the impression? That's the impression I get.
Yeah, Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
I'd agree, but I'm just a humble synth player on my first day.
Thanks,
Oh.
Gary.
Hey,
I
Gary, you're
agree
good.
also, although it's not the Hobgoblin anymore, it is now called the Rose.
It is. But, okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off and I'll become a lawyer for sure. And the drinks are on me in the Amersham Arms. Look, I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted for all charges and I got rid of that bloody jumper. And I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. That necklace actually tasted quite nice in the end, and memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Well, Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
She also comes to you as a ghost on multiple occasions.
And she does that too.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. And never, in Julie, in a court of law, that was weird. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. And Gary,
That's why.
I got that corset.
Nice.
That's why I believed in that parrot for 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Or I can even say it now. Have you got 3 hours to spare? Anyone? No? All right.
Oh boy, pretty intense. A pretty intense session. Definitely didn't expect it to last that long. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been the longest episode of the season so far. But that's where we are. And that's how we're going to live our lives. Thank you so much for tuning in to our season premiere. It means the absolute world to us. I'm so happy to be back. The future episodes will not be that long. But we have to give a massive shout out to the incredible cast who have stuck around for so long. Digital round of applause. And this is usually where I go over the plugs. So it's all about who has plugs and who doesn't have plugs. We're going to start with Phoenix Wright, who is usually our main character, but in this time wasn't. Scott, do you have any plugs?
Mind. The charity Mind.
Fair enough.
Google that. Donate if you can.
Oh, I appreciate that. Excellent. And finally, having something worthwhile to do beyond just turning up in an ethereal space and saying stuff. Louise Beresford as Mia Fey. Finally had some lawyer shit to do. Say hold it and objection and all that stuff.
I said all of that. That was so much fun. Oh, that was great fun. Thanks.
Nice.
She is amazing. It was nice to start at the beginning and then see her grow in one case.
Exactly. Over the course of one case. That's what we're...
What joy.
Exactly.
Plug wise, I'm going to second Scott and say Mind and also Samaritans. If you want to donate or even need to contact, their number is easily found online, especially during these times. So definitely get in contact if you need it or donate if you can. Thanks very much.
Wonderful. And where will we be without our wonderful judge, Leo West? Incredible work.
Off, to be honest.
As always, what are your plugs?
Thank you very much. I am hireable as the game master through the Roll Dark agency. So if you feel like you need some distraction during lockdown number 3, then please do look them up at rolldark.co.uk. Or I also have a sporadically updated podcast, by the way, with Rob and Leo that has very kindly worked into the script at the moment. Cheers for that, buddy.
Sort of subtle working into the script, but I'll take it. Thank you so much. And debut performance in the most they don't typically run this long, Holly. I can only apologize. Holly Hall as Dahlia Hawthorne. Very important character. Crushed it. Do you have any plugs?
Yeah, I've got some comedy sketches that I've made on my Instagram. So it's at Holly Hall Comedian. Haven't made any for a while, but hopefully they'll make you laugh a little bit. Yeah, and I've had loads of fun tonight, so thanks for having me.
No worries. It was an absolute pleasure. And please do check Holly out on Instagram. It's very funny stuff. And then last but certainly not least, taking a break from his time as the most tired man in Britain, Angus Dunnigan as Marvin Grossberg. Angus, your plugs, please. Apart from the fact that Angus should be the next Doctor Who, I won't accept any other substitutes. Angus Dunnigan should be the next Doctor Who.
No, what we should have is a different writer, and Jodie should stay. But in lieu of that, yes, hello. If you want to see anything else that I've done, or if you go, the best thing is just to follow me on Twitter, which is at Angus Dunnican. Dunnican's spelled Dunican, where you will find an entirely free and extremely illegal audiobook of Dune that I've been making since the first lockdown and will be continuing to make. And there are links to other various bits and bobs that I do. Please do also support charities like mine and like the Samaritans, and also just call 3 of your mates because
Yeah.
they'd like to hear from you.
Yeah. That's something that I would recommend. Like, pick 3 people in your phone book you haven't spoken to for 3 months or more, and just call them. Even if you have to leave them a voicemail, just call them. That's the thing. The June audiobook is amazing. Angus actually recorded maybe half of a chapter in.
It's a big chapter, yeah.
Yeah. In the mega booth. I'm not going to advertise my services because you legally can't come to my studios, so I can't advertise it. But today marks the start of my streaming schedule. So today is obviously Theatre De Phénix, 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. is Fitness Thursdays, which is me playing Ring Fit Adventure. So please do tune in for that. Saturday at 8 p.m. is game night, and Sunday at 1 p.m. is Superhero Sundays, which is me playing through superhero games. And Cardboard News Network, which is the topical comedy stream I run on this channel, isn't this week, but it is next week, and we'll be starting for another glut of seasons. If you aren't familiar with La Theatre de Phénix, you can go on our YouTube and find out more about it. We have the full playlists for all of the previous seasons. This is clearly the longest running episode of La Theatre de Phénix has ever happened. It won't be similar in future weeks. But thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all dearly. It's so nice to get back into the streaming schedule. And we will see you the next time. So have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.